Okay, good evening everyone. Just a reminder before we start that we'll do two sections tonight. First one reviewing today's game, and then the second one will be our preview for Man City, which is embargoed until Wednesday 1:30. If you've got a question, please raise your hand and we'll look to get through as many as possible. No one?
Graham, what were your thoughts on the match, and perhaps what changed in the second half that didn't enable you to get a winner?
Well, I think overall, when the game was controlled for us in the first half, I don't think we did well enough. Our performance level wasn't good enough, I would say, in terms of we didn't move the ball fast enough, we didn't have enough movement, and I think you have to credit the opponent in both halves. Because in the first half they defended deeper and they attacked big spaces, and in the second half when it became a bit more uncontrolled, we suffered as well. So they played a good version of themselves, and I think in the end, even though we had a chance with Pierre and we rallied in the second part of the second half, I think it would have been unfair if we'd have taken more than a point.
Why do you think it was more uncontrolled? Can you explain that?
Well, I think their approach probably changed a little bit more. They went a little bit more. They played probably better and more positive in terms of more men forward, and they used their forwards well, I thought. Like I said, I think they're dangerous. You look at the recent results they've had, but certainly here they make teams suffer, and we had to suffer today for sure. So that first period of the second half was tough for us. We had to try to wrestle some control back. I thought we did it with the substitutions, and then like I said, we had a chance with Pierre, but over the course of the game, I didn't feel that when you understand the responsibility that we have to do better, we can do better.
I wondered whether the atmosphere as well played a part on the players, because
sure.
I was just thinking back to the Brighton game, and even like before you were appointed, there was the Leeds game that Chelsea had, and they're quite hostile environments. Do you think that impacts this team?
I don't think it's this team. I think it's generally. I mean, you have to credit Nottingham Forest, because they're here for the first time in a lot of years, so they're celebrating everything, and rightly so. And whilst we have our advantages, they use their advantages, which is the environment here, which is the crowd, which is absolutely fine. So we have to be able to deal with that. We didn't do it as well as we would like. We controlled it in the first half, but when the second half we didn't do it well enough, and it's hard to do that in the Premier League anyway. So that's why I was a little bit disappointed at half time, because I thought we could have done more with the ball ourselves.
Is it a bit of a concern, though, touching on Tom's point, that it's a common theme that Chelsea away from home seems to be sort of out-muscled, sort of bullied quite a bit, and the opposition seems to sort of get in the players' faces and they don't seem to be able to stand up to it?
No, I think we stood up today. I mean, the effort was there. I think. We played the draw against Brentford. You have to stand up there. That's not an easy place to go. Aston Villa we won. Crystal Palace we won. I can only comment on Brighton was not a good game for us at all, and obviously it was a completely different environment again. But that's the Premier League for you as well. I mean, away from home teams, they're not going to make it easy for you. On the one hand, you've got the players saying, "Can I have the players' shirts?" And before the game, they're thinking, "I'm going to run for a brick wall here to prove that I can be good enough to beat or play for Chelsea." That's how it is. And with that comes the responsibility of us. We have to be humble enough to know that's the challenge we face, and we have to do better.
Is the January window unsettling at all? In that players could be coming and going, and perhaps some players in the dressing room might be thinking, someone's going to come in and take my place, or am I going to be still here come the end of the month? Do you think that could be remotely a factor at the moment?
Well, it's a part of the season that we all have to deal with, so it's not like I'm complaining about it, but obviously they're human beings, everyone is, and whilst the window's open, there's noise, there's 24-hour media that has to be filled with something, and if it's the January window gives people an opportunity to speak about things, and it's normal, but that's part of modern day football that we have to just deal with.
Okay. When you said that Forest players were asking maybe for some of your players' shirts, was that before the game? Was that quite?
No. Only after. Right. Before the game, they wouldn't be that nice before the game. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, that's why I was just trying to clarify.
Okay, we'll end that section and then move on to the Man City preview, which